Viewer discretion advised. This video may contain strong language or distressing content. This upload is intended for educational and documentary purposes under applicable public records law and fair use guidelines.
Young lady, Officer Banks, Golf Breeze Police Department. I'm pulling you over. You're doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge. All this is 35.
I was going 40, I thought.
Nope. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not?
15-7, 41 with me. Ma'am, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle.
Am I a crime?
Yeah, you are being detained right now. Step out the vehicle, young lady.
I know my rights.
Either you step out the vehicle or I will remove you from the vehicle.
I know my rights.
15-7, sovereign supervisor, sovereign citizen.
Did you hear what I said? You need to get a supervisor out here right now.
No, you need to step out the vehicle right now. Young lady, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you step out the vehicle.
You're going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
No, you're going to step out the vehicle right now.
You are going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
That's fine.
I know my rights.
What right is that?
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Very well.
That's what you want to stick with?
Call a supervisor right now.
All right.
Right now.
Or else what?
I know my rights.
If I don't call a supervisor, or else what?
I guess we're not going to go anywhere then.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here that can educate you on what the law is.
Okay. He could educate me on what the law is. What? So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay. Do you have one issued to you?
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi. So why would you need a driver's license to drive on the road if you don't need a license?
That was years ago.
Oh, so what year is this?
What year was the ID issued? That's your supervisor.
You hope it is?
I really do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
What is your name and badge number?
I already told you my name. It's Officer Banks.
What is your badge number?
It's Officer Banks.
Are you failing to...
Are you failing to give me your driver's license?
I don't have to give you a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Okay.
I have all the laws back here.
Okay. So you're not going to give me a driver's license?
I'm not going to give you a driver's license. I don't have to give you a driver's license.
Okay.
I'm traveling. I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. And what state is that?
Any state. It's common law, natural law.
Okay.
Constitutional law.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
I do?
Yes.
Okay. So what law?
Requesting your supervisor.
So just like I'm requesting your driver's license.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. Okay.
Sorry, Turner. A, she won't identify. She won't produce a driver's license. She's doing 58.
Yes.
Okay, I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Let my officer speak first, then I'll speak to you.
Her vehicle stopped for speeding. 54 and 35 coming off the bridge. She asked me where the speed limit was, saying that it's before she got off the bridge. She actually did a U-turn. We were in the 35 zone. We pull over here. I introduced myself. I said, any reason why we're driving this fast? And I said, you got your license. She immediately goes into, I don't need a license to drive the vehicle.
Okay.
And then she said, I am traveling.
Okay. So, you do need a license to drive the vehicle. And you do have to identify yourself to these officers.
I do not have to have a license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
You're wrong, but okay.
I know common law, natural law,
I don't care about common law. You're in the state of Florida.
I know that you don't.
You're in the state of Florida.
Law.
You're in the state of Florida.
It doesn't matter in what state
it does
I'm in.
matter.
I'm in the U.S.
It does matter. So you better hope the information you gave us comes back as to being you. So at this point in time, I need you to shut the vehicle off and step out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the vehicle.
You're going to get out of the car.
I haven't been suspected of a crime.
You are being legally stopped on a traffic stop. You are not being cooperative. It is not a terror stop. Trust me, I know the difference. You were speeding.
Speeding
Turn the vehicle off and get out of the car. Out of the car now. Undo the seatbelt.
Turn the vehicle off.
Turn it off now.
Officer Schaefer, unbuckle her.
Put all that down.
Step out, turn around, face away from me. Turn around, face away from me.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, then you can tell that to the judge if you end up going to jail.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I have all the laws right there.
I don't care what laws you say you have.
I know that you don't care because you're supposed to be a police officer.
Then you should know that this conversation's over then.
Right, because you don't care about the laws. You don't care about our rights. That's the problem.
Have a seat.
I need to call.
Have a seat.
I need to call somebody. Yes, I do.
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail.
Excuse me?
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail. You're under arrest.
What name she give you?
Haley Smith.
What's your date of birth?
I need your badge number. This is
So I'm gonna get the copies down.
This is absolutely illegal, and you know that.
What is your full name and date of birth?
Haley Smith.
Spell it. Spell it.
Hayley.
Hayley. Smith.
Yep.
Smith.
Yep. And this is illegal. I live right down there.
Where's your ID out of, or your license out of?
Mississippi.
I just thought you didn't have one. You
Sir,
just said you don't need one.
this is ridiculous.
Not ridiculous. We're not gonna find you.
It's not a game. This is my right.
If I find out that you are not giving us the right information to
I
identify
gave you the right information. Why would I do that? I'm trying to
Sticker's
use my
expired.
rights as a
I don't know
legal
what it's.
citizen. Why would I do that? You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything wrong. You can't.
if you don't have a valid driver's license?
She doesn't have a license.
Why?
Because you don't need to call you. Are you an adult?
Yes.
Then why do you need to call you?
To come and get me from jail since I'm being illegally detained.
You will be able to call her once you get there.
Can I at least lock my car?
We will make sure it is secure.
What are you going to do with my car?
I'll be tough with it.
Why?
Because you are driving without a license.
I don't have to have a license to drive. That is commercial driving.
It is not commercial.
Yes, it is. This is illegal. This is so illegal. So illegal.
So she at least gave us valid info?
Yep. Her license is suspended. So it's out of wherever that is, PD, and out of Ocean Springs, PD.
What's the date on them? 2015?
15. I'm gonna put her in and have her run them all the way.
Yeah, let's do that.
This is illegal. Very illegal, Sergeant. You know what you were doing is wrong. That's why you won't look at me. Please, just drop me off at home. I'm sorry that I pissed y'all off.
She's going to jail.
I'm very sorry.
Ma'am, I'm telling you right
that I
now.
pissed
No,
y'all off.
stop. I'm trying. You didn't piss us off.
I obviously have, because y'all are
No.
detaining me illegally.
No, you're under arrest.
And you have not pissed us off. We are doing our
Stage 15 on you.
I'm gonna enter in the driver. I need you to run her all the way.
Sergeant Turner.
And in this country, what laws do we follow?
Canon law. Y'all follow canon law. We follow natural law,
Who's we?
common law.
Who's we? Who's we? Tell me who we is.
Police officers.
No,
not
police
peace
officers. We are police officers. We're not peace officers. We're police officers.
Yes, I know that now.
So then your argument just needs to stop and you need to sit there quiet.
Please, just let me go home. Why?
Because you do not have a valid driver's license. And you have done nothing but give my officers a hard time
I
during
have
this
done
entire
nothing but try
ordeal.
and tell you that I have rights.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's been expired since October. Not unless you want to be kind enough to call her mom. What's that? She's gonna get a ticket for the speed, for the expired registration, and for driving without a license. And then expired license, she can just go to jail for the warrant.
Do we want to tow it then if we're doing that?
Yeah, it's not a valid registration.
That's fine.
It's been expired since October.
Is that okay?
Can't you just give me a ticket for that? Please.
You have a warrant for your arrest
For what?
out of Santa Rosa County for the same exact thing.
For what?
You failed to appear on a court appearance for, what was it, expired license?
Yep.
So your Mississippi driver's license is expired.
And for the registration.
Okay, and the registration. So you had a court date that you missed. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
You don't, or you choose not to?
No, sir. I would not lie to you. I don't lie. I do not remember that.
Okay, well, you do have a warrant out of Santa Rosa County.
We're in
Darling.
Santa Rosa County.
You're in Santa Rosa. Do you not know where you live?
I just moved here.
When did you move here?
About 2 months ago from Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Okay. You don't know what county you live in?
No, I don't. That's not something that I use often. What county I live in.
Well, you are going to jail tonight.
Well, thank you, Sergeant.
You're welcome. I can do that too. I can stare.
You know that you are doing the wrong thing.
Nope.
Y'all could let me go and handle my warrant tomorrow.
Okay.
Right. Y'all have something to prove.
I don't have anything to prove. My officer certainly doesn't have anything to prove. But what we want you to understand is there are laws that you have to follow. Whether you agree with them or not is a moot point. Because if you choose not to follow them and you continue to act like this and do this, you're just going to constantly be going to jail. Is that what you really want?
I'm not acting like we're doing anything like
You told us that you don't have to have a driver's license to drive.
they don't.
Then enjoy spending a lifetime in and out of jail. Because
I've
that
never
is what
been
will
to jail.
happen.
Though it won't actually.
If you continue to act like this and do this, it will.
I'm not acting like anything.
Then I would suggest moving back to Mississippi.
I'm not moving back to Mississippi.
Then if you stay living here and driving a car without getting a valid driver's license, that is what is going to happen.
You do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I've already been through roadblocks with state troopers with this.
They're not very good state troopers.
Yes, they are, because they know their rights. They know the law.
No, if they let you through with this garbage, they're not.
This is not garbage.
It's garbage.
Have you done any research into it?
More than you will ever know.
Okay.
You're not the first person I've run across that thinks this.
Yeah, I know. We're a problem.
Those other people went to jail too.
Good.
It's not.
It doesn't
good.
change the fact that I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I do not. I'm not a commercial driver. I'm not driving people around. I'm traveling. That is considered a part of my home. And I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
I suppose you don't have to have a registration.
No.
Tags expired.
There's ammo. Check good for a gun. Hey, Sergeant Turner.
Yeah.
You ask her where the gun is in the car?
Where's the gun?
The warrant. Stand by. Excuse me. Give me your full name. Give me your full name. Look at me. Give me your full name. Give me your full name.
Haley Smith.
Drugs inside the vehicle. You are under arrest now for possession of felony narcotics. Here it is, buddy.
Huh?
It looks like rock cocaine, man. It was in the bag with the scale.
Yeah, that's cocaine.
With the scale.
I'd be careful. They mix fentanyl with everything now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Come here. What is that?
I have no idea.
Bro, I'm looking. Please overlap me. Because
There's a bunch of stuff.
just because I'm saying there's that I found the ammo. There's got to be a gun.
You got a second minute flag.
And I got more drugs.
Still all those kits, right?
Huh?
You still have all those drug kits in the back of your car.
Yep, I'm about to test. Sarge,
Yes.
have her step out when you get done. You have anything on your person that you should not have before you go to the jail?
No.
There's no pockets?
No.
Okay. You have anything in your brassiere area?
No.
Okay, have a seat.
The more you move, the more they're going to hurt. Relax your hands. I can't help you until you relax your hands. Relax this hand too. We're not loosening those. You need to just sit there. I can get stop moving. The reason that they're hurting is because you keep moving around.
I have scoliosis.
They're not going to be comfortable. They're handcuffs. All right, I can fit a finger under there. We're not loosening them
Okay,
anymore.
all right.
So here's what you need to do. When you sit in the car, sit like you're sitting on a couch, kind of facing in the corner so that you're not putting pressure on your hands.
Let's just go. I'm just over this. Really over this.
I believe it's cocaine in this bag. And then this was sitting in the center console. There's 2 more bags of something. Well, something was in this one. It's gone, but that's got something in that one. Could you grab some? Yeah, please. This was inside of her backpack, and like I said, that was in the center console. I'm gonna move this forward for you if you want to do it for me. You want to stay back here and help him test? And there's more. Set it right there.
This was in her bag.
Set it up here.
That earpiece she has on, the other earpiece and the charger's in her bag too, so that.
He's still searching. So you good to go to check that stuff right there? All the kits are right there. There's right here in this part right here is the little Q-tips. Okay. And then there's also zip ties, so you don't have to worry about trying to twist and knot it to zip tie it.
Okay.
You got more?
Yeah.
What you got?
Probably cocaine.
Let me see.
Might be meth.
Oh.
But I think it's a little.
All right, Chloe, put the lid on it. Make sure you bag it.
It's a little.
Well, actually, before you bag it, just test the flake of it. Make sure you test the flake of it. Miss Smith, do you own the vehicle? Miss Smith, do you own the vehicle? Okay. I was asking you a couple of questions.
Take that out.
What's up? Oh, the earpiece. I'm gonna put it with back here with your stuff. That's her earpiece. I'm just gonna put it right there. That's cocaine.
Yeah.
Yep. 10-4.
Yeah, she definitely is.
She's under the influence right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit her with the DUI. Yep. Miss Smith, listen, I need you to listen to me. I'm now requesting that you submit to a lawful test of your breath for the purpose of determining its alcohol content. If you fail to submit this test I requested of you, your approach to operate a motor vehicle will be suspended for a period of 1 year for the first refusal, or 18 months if your driving privilege has been previously suspended as a result of a refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, and/or blood. Additionally, if you refuse to submit this test that I requested of you, your driving privilege has been previously suspended for a prior refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, and/or blood, you'll be committing a misdemeanor. Refusal to submit this test I requested of you is admissible into evidence in any criminal proceeding. Additionally, if you hold a commercial driver's license or you're operating a commercial motor vehicle, your commercial driver's license and privilege will be disqualified for 1 year for the first offense, or permanently disqualified if you've been permanently disqualified under Section 322.64 Florida statute. A15 called present implied consent. Will you provide a breath sample?
For alcohol?
Will you provide a breath sample?
Explain to me what that is.
Because I suspect you operating a motor vehicle under the influence of drugs and/or alcohol, so I have to do the first step, which is the breath. Will you provide a breath sample?
A breath sample?
Yes.
And is that it?
No. Will you provide a breath sample, yes or no?
Go through all what you just said again.
I suspect you operating your motor vehicle while under the influence.
Slow.
I suspect you of operating your motor vehicle while under the influence.
Go to the important part.
I suspect you operating your motor vehicle while under the influence of drugs and/or alcohol to the point your normal faculties are impaired. Will you provide a breath sample?
What happens if I don't?
I just read that to you. Would you like me to read it to you again?
I just need you to explain it to me.
If you fail
like
to
a
submit
human
to the
being.
test I requested of you, your privilege to operate a motor vehicle will be suspended for a period of 1 year for the first refusal, or 18 months if your driving privilege has been previously suspended as a result of a refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, and/or blood. Additionally, if you refuse to submit this test I requested of you, and if your driving privileges have been previously suspended for a prior refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, and/or blood, you'll be committing a misdemeanor. Refusal to submit to this test I requested of you is admissible into evidence in any criminal proceeding. Additionally, if you hold a commercial driver's license or you're operating a commercial motor vehicle, your commercial driver's license and privilege will also be disqualified for 1 year for the first offense, or permanently disqualified if you've been previously disqualified under Section 322.64 Florida statute.
Okay, so if I don't do that, you're just gonna say I can't drive for a year.
It's not up to me. It's up to the.
I'm not doing any of
So is that a no?
That's a no.
Okay. I need you to listen to me one more time. I am now requesting you submit to a lawful test of your urine. Hold on. 15 Gulf breeze. That's a refusal on breath. And show me implied consent for urine. I am now requesting you submit to a lawful test of your urine for the purpose of determining controlled substance. If you fail to submit to this test I request of you, your privilege to operate a motor vehicle will be suspended for a period of 1 year for the first refusal, or 18 months if your driving privilege has been previously suspended as a result of refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, and/or blood. Additionally, if you refuse to submit to this test I request of you, and if your driving privilege has been previously suspended for a prior refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, and/or blood, you'll be committing a misdemeanor. Refusal to submit to this test I request of you is admissible into evidence in any criminal proceeding. Additionally, if you hold a commercial driver's license or you're operating a commercial motor vehicle, your commercial driver's license and privilege will also be disqualified for 1 year for the first offense, or permanently disqualified if you've been previously disqualified under Section 322.64 Florida statute. Will you provide a urine sample?
No comment.
Is that a yes or no? Ms. Smith, is that a yes or no? I will take your refusing to answer me as a no, and that is a refusal. Thank you. 15 Gulf breeze, refusal on urine. So everything tested positive for cocaine? Okay. Everything's in this bag right here? Okay. That's mine. That goes in my kit.
Oh, that's yours?
Yeah. Yeah. There should have been a small black one.
Oh, that's yours too?
No, that's hers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That one's in.
Okay. Oh, the heat is on back there, but the hatch is open.
Hey, do you want this up back here?
Oh, is that the bag? You can go up there in the front. I'll take it.
I just kept it flat just because of that one. I mean, it's in a plastic bag too, but...
Oh, no, you guys should. Well, I'll empty it out when I get to the PD.
no, I just...
Okay.
I didn't...
Oh. My light. Just click it. There you go. Once he's done loading up that truck, I'm going to relocate to the PD to do her paperwork and everything else, but she refused both. Yeah. I am going to do the DUI charge based off of the proximity where everything was and her behavior. So,
I concur.
Thank you.
Yep.
Haley Brooks Smith was charged with possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, driving under the influence, and driving with an expired driver's license following this January 17, 2022, traffic stop in Gulf Breeze, Florida. According to the arrest report, officers allege they discovered cocaine and drug paraphernalia inside the vehicle after taking her into custody. One of the most talked about moments in this encounter was Haley's claim that she did not need a driver's license because she wasn't driving. She was traveling. What are your thoughts on that explanation? Do you believe it has any legal basis, or do you think the officers handled the situation appropriately? Let us know your opinion in the comments below. A special thank you to the Gulf Breeze Police Department for its transparency in providing the body camera footage and public records that make educational videos like this possible. Want to help support real patrol footage? Consider becoming a channel member today. Members receive awesome perks like custom badges, exclusive emojis, priority comment replies, and early access to new videos. Plus, our captain members also receive a special thank you in the end credits while their membership is active. Just click the join button next to subscribe to explore all the membership levels and perks. Thank you for supporting Real Patrol footage. If you enjoyed this video, please support the channel by hitting like, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Real incidents, real officers, real patrol footage.